Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number, I believe this is 4. We joined another 8-man queue, so as many of these as I win will be as many videos, bonus videos I guess, for this series there will be. I did make a little bit of a change here. I did add one Perforos in here. We're going to see how it works. I took out the Elixir of Immortality into the sideboard, and then, yeah, just for the Perforos. And then we cut a Chain of the Rocks, put the Elixir of Immortality into the sideboard. So now it's just one Chain of the Rocks and 3 Banishing Lights, because I do think the Banishing Light's a little more powerful than Chain. And then I do want to keep the Lightning Strikes, Boros Charms, and Harnessed by Force. Harnessed by Force just seems so good in the metagame right now. So let's wait on our opponent here. Alrighty, so this is a very keepable hand. This is an awesome hand actually. Magma Jet, Warleader's Helix. Nice little curve here. There's no way we want to get rid of this hand. We have the Temple to actually scry first turn. And again, Magma Jet to scry even more. First turn Thoughtseize would be a little bit of an issue if he gets the Angelic Accord. Thinking it's mono black though, the Accord does come out and we just go for a straight burn route. We'll see what we're up against here. So Mana Confluence, that's going to be lovely, as he's going to have to deal some damage to himself. But it looks like he's a pretty aggressive deck, but we are a life gain deck, so I'm okay with that. So we'll Temple here, and I don't think we need double Angelic Accord at this point. We'll just put that on bottom. And now we don't have to shock ourselves. We can just Magma Jet the Soldier of Pantheon. Scry into more cards we need. Drop an Angel Accord 4th turn, Warleader's Helix something 5th turn, get a token, and we should be really, really, really good. I think this Mana Confluence is going to end up doing a lot of work for us. Another Soldier of the Pantheon. So he has an aggressive draw. It's going to be White Weenies. So I am down to an 18. Now, he could Brave the Elements here, but I'm fine with that. I just want to get rid of one of these guys right now. And this on bottom, this on top. Gives us a way to deal with his other Soldier of the Pantheon next turn. Or anything else. Literally anything in his deck. Bramaz might actually be a bit difficult to deal with, if it's Bramaz that comes out here. It's going to be a Johnny Caller the Pride. Now our Last Breath does not work. And we actually are on a bit of a clock with that. So we can just go Bubbling Cauldron here. Uh-oh. He could just get us before we can deal with it. And I guess that's the problem with using Magma Jet as sorcery speed. I want to just prevent him drawing into like another Brave the Elements, but that would have... I could have totally shut that down. Yeah, but it's just going to be Bubbling Cauldron. Next turn Angelic Accord, and next turn Warleader's Helix something to gain us 4 life and put a dude into play. But, I mean, we are on a very, very fast clock with that double strike. And being down to 15 already and having to shock ourselves. And a Pack Rat. Ay-yi-yi. Do I just die next turn? I think I do. I think I have to Last Breath this guy. Because he gives it double strike, that's 8, 9, 10. Yikes. This guy can really be a problem against slower decks like mine. I might just go over into burn though if he's going to be playing Godless Shrines and Mana Confluences. I'm thinking burn actually might be able to get him. Just the straight out burn Magma Jet. Best case scenario actually is I can draw into a Young Pyromancer. And then that will give me something to block his Pack Rat. So in response, I can Last Breath when he turns his Mutavault into a dude to pump up his Pack Rat. But I just might need to... No, I can't last breath the... I just have to wait. I could Warleader's Helix of Pack Rat to gain some life. But that really then puts a damper on my strategy. This is just going to be too slow to really beat that Ajani's Call of the Pride. That was a great drop there to give this guy double strike and flying. Again, if I can get the lockout with Angelic Accord, then I can block it all day long. But see, if I don't do it, yeah, I can't last. I have to use the last breath. I might just have to Warleader's Helix here, the Pack Rat. But then there's no way for me to gain life. Because here's the thing. If I wait till next turn, then he can just discard a card to make another Pack Rat, and I'm still dealing with Pack Rats. So I think the right play here is just to main phase Warleader's Helix on this Pack Rat, gain some life, and hopefully draw into something that can chump block. But I highly doubt that we're going to be able to get it there. Yeah, he just gives it double strike and flying. And we're going to take a lot here. Yeah, I still think that's the right play, though, but getting rid of the Pack Rat right now. Because I'm taking 8. 10. And now I have to deal with something, and this isn't going to deal with it. So, pretty terrible plays on my part. I mean, we could Trading Post get us up to 8 by discarding a card, and then I die to the Mutavault. Or we last breath the Mutavault when he activates it, but I mean, all he has to do is give it double strike again with Ajani. And all he has to do is pump it once. So we're going to concede game here. I think Elixir does come in this match. Chain of the Rocks is good. Banishing Lights are good. Even Lightning Strikes are good. I mean, this burner out is pretty good versus him because it keeps his stuff down, and that's what we need to do. I think that we're going to go into a Skeleton Crew with the Angelic Accord. I don't know that we need Solemn Offerings. I didn't see any enchantments at all. I'm assuming Spear of Heliod might be in there. I think Perforos is a wasted card, but everything else is fine. And I think we just have to kind of play this route versus the deck. I mean, just that Ajani just completely... It could have been any other card in his deck and we would have been fine. But Ajani was just too much for us to... Again, that was my misplay with the last breath. That was a completely terrible play to do that main phase. So, one card needs to come out. I'm thinking just a Banishing Light. I'm thinking Lightning Strikes are more powerful than Banishing Light. And the Chain of the Rock, I mean, that gives us options. Sunhome Guildmage still seems good in this. And I think the only thing we really need to worry about is gaining life, so I think that's fine. This is okay. Trading Post, it's got tons of life gain. I can kill his first turn drop with a Lightning Strike. I can kill his Pack Rat. Young Pyromancer would be an ideal draw. Then I can get some value out of it. And blockers are really good for cards like Soldier of the Pantheon. I'm assuming he's got other 1-drops, Dried Militant. Alrighty, so again, he does have to mulligan. We'll lead off here at the Temple. And we do want that on top. It's our one of, so we don't have to draw into multiple of those now. And we got the combo. This is really good with Trading Post to make tokens. So again, it's just that Ajani we have to worry about. Very underrated card. That's one of the cards I wish would have seen a lot more play than it did in the last time that it's been in center. I think people are going to miss it. The new Ajani is cool, but I don't think the new Ajani out of M15 is actually going to see any constructed playable. So he temples as well, so no first turn drop. And so I can safely, I'll just throw out a mountain here and then pass the turn back to him, and hopefully just chucks out a Pack Rat and I get a Lightning Strike it off. Nothing. So again, this will allow me just to Sacred Foundry into play tapped. The longer this game goes, it seems like the better it is for me. And so Bramaz could come out here, which I will have to deal with. Sin Collector. Sin Collector, Sin Collector, Sin Collector. Alright. That kind of hurts. But not too bad. It can't get my combo, which is the good thing. He's going to take the Warleader's Helix. I am going to Lightning Strike it. Just get it out of there. Do you know what? Actually, I probably won't end up Lightning Striking it. I think I'm fine just going for a Angelic Accord here and passing it to him. And barring any disruption, we have the Spark Trooper next turn, or we have a trading post that possibly could activate if we draw into a non-land source. And those tokens are going to be very hard for him to deal with, recurring tokens. Of course, we'd like to see a Bubbling Cauldron. There's Bramaz. And we don't really have a way to deal with Bramaz. That is unfortunate. Oh, we do. We'll have the... Yeah, so I think it's just going to be Spark Trooper here. So we get a 4/4. They can block Mr. Bramaz if he decides to attack in. I mean, Hero's Downfall does hurt a little bit. But Trading Post, yep, he just scoops. I would have liked to see that play out, but maybe I think he's double queued. He's done in 13 minutes with an aggro deck. That's never good. So... Harness by Force actually seems kind of fun versus him, but that way I'm getting pretty greedy. I think Banishing Light does need to come in now that I do know that Bramaz is in here. And I am thinking that life gain is still the right way to go, even though he is complicating things by adding in stuff like Sin Collector. So maybe Spark Trooper loses value. I'm just going to go down to... No, and against aggro, it's pretty potent. I'm just going to take out one of Lightning Strike, I believe. I think the Banishing Light and the Chain of Rock is a little more powerful. Alrighty, so this hand is okay. We'll keep it. I don't like the two coming into play tap lands. I'll throw a Guildgate out right now because we do want more information with the Temple the following turn, but we do... Hopefully he doesn't have another aggressive draw because the tap lands will really make the difference of either winning and losing this. Because what I want to do is I want to land a Young Pyromancer. Maybe that is the argument for playing the Temple first to try to guarantee. I think I'm going to put everything back except for an untap land, especially another Temple of Triumph now. All right, we'll put that on top even though I don't want it. But I really do think that we need an untap land here. Whether it be to Last Breath of Pack Rat, Last Breath of Painseer. Now, do I want a Young Pyromancer, though? I think I do. I'll make this trade. Yep, that's perfect. Because now if he attacks me with Painseer, I'll just block it. Yep, I'll make this block. I can't let him be getting card advantage. And then now we have a removal for something else. Unless it's Bramaz, then we're just hurting. It's Fiendslayer Paladin, that's fine. First Strike. Yeah, this does not provide him card advantage. So I think it's Young Pyromancer again. We can put that on top. We definitely want that card. And we can Last Breath this Fiendslayer Paladin. Ugh. No, we can't because of that Ajani. I think we just Last Breath it right now. Again, I can't let a Johnny come out and then have him have a Path to Bravery as well. So, see if Bramaz now comes down. Gideon. Gideon is interesting, that's for sure. But I don't know if it's going to be enough to really do much. I mean, you can make a 5/5. Thoughtseize is okay. I think he takes the Angelic Accord here, but it's a card for a card. And he takes the Warleader's Helix, that's fine. And he's gonna go in for the aggro? That's interesting because I'll try to kill it. Soldier the Pantheon. Godless Shrine. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to Magma Jet the Soldier. Put this one on top, this one on bottom. And then we can actually take out Gideon here. And now he is into pretty bad top deck mode, especially with us with a trading post coming online soon. Unless he gets like a Bramaz out here. And Gideon number 2. It's annoying, that's for sure. So I do believe that we trading post. We'll attack into Gideon. At least keep him down. And what's stronger? Trading. I think either way we need another land next turn, so I think Angelic Accord is stronger. It's going to continue to keep forcing Gideon to plus. I have chump blockers for him. And we do find the mountain for the trading post. At this point, I do believe that it is worth it to get rid of the Sunhome. So we got the combo. We're going to be able to make some angel tokens. And he scoops. Again, I apologize for the quality of videos, but I think we got him locked out. He did get flooded there. Interesting deck. I don't understand the Gideons. I've never really liked this. This from the last tournament. So there's our pack winnings for the last tournament. Well, we're going on to round number 2 for this one. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.